The intricate web of relationships on a hit television series like Stranger Things often blurs the lines between fiction and reality, fostering bonds that feel as familial as they are professional. For David Harbour, the burly, heartfelt actor who portrays the gruff yet tender Sheriff Jim Hopper, his connection with co-star Millie Bobby Brown has long been portrayed as a cornerstone of that dynamic, a protective, almost paternal affection that mirrored his character's arc. In interviews and behind-the-scenes anecdotes, Harbour has repeatedly spoken of Brown with a warmth that endeared him to fans, painting a picture of mentorship amid the chaos of fame. Yet, recent revelations have cast a shadow over this narrative, with reports surfacing that Brown, now 21, filed a formal complaint accusing Harbour of bullying and harassment just before production began on the show's fifth and final season. This juxtaposition, Harbour's past effusions of fatherly love against allegations of workplace tension, has ignited a firestorm of speculation, prompting a deeper examination of the pressures that simmer beneath the surface of Hollywood's most beloved ensembles. Rewind to 2021, a period when Stranger Things was riding high on the crest of its third season's success, and the cast had become a surrogate family in the public eye. Harbour, then 45 and at the peak of his career resurgence thanks to Hopper's evolution from stoic lawman to reluctant dad figure, appeared on the That Scene with Dan Patrick podcast. There, in a conversation laced with vulnerability and humor, he opened up about his bond with Brown, who was just 12 when filming commenced on the pilot in 2015. "I've just always felt this kind of deep fatherly affection for her," Harbour confessed, his voice softening in a way that contrasted his on-screen bravado. He recounted the early days on set in Atlanta, where the young British actress, fresh-faced and wide-eyed, navigated the rigors of child stardom with a resilience that both impressed and concerned him. "Millie and I have always had sort of a special relationship because I knew her when she was so young. I knew her before any of this big fame hit," he elaborated, emphasizing the protective instinct that bloomed from witnessing her transformation into a global sensation. Harbour's reflections weren't mere platitudes. They were rooted in the organic evolution of their character's storyline. On the show, Hopper adopts Eleven, Brown's telekinetic powerhouse, after her escape from the shadowy Hawkins lab, forging a father-daughter bond fraught with humor, heartbreak, and high-stakes heroism. Off-screen, this mirrored a genuine dynamic, Harbour attending Brown's milestones, offering advice on handling paparazzi swarms, and even advocating for her creative autonomy during contract negotiations. "I have a real protective feeling for her. I have a real, worry," he admitted on the podcast. "I worry about her and the fame and all that she has to struggle with." At the time, Brown was blossoming into a multifaceted talent, starring in films like Enola Holmes, and launching her eponymous beauty line, Florence by Mills. Harbour's words resonated as a beacon of support in an industry notorious for exploiting young stars, evoking comparisons to real-life Hollywood mentorships like those between Jodie Foster and her early directors. Fast forward to the present, and the narrative has taken a tumultuous turn. According to sources, Brown lodged a lengthy complaint detailing instances of bullying and harassment by Harbour, submitted prior to the cast reconvening for Season 5's table read in late 2024. The filing, described as spanning pages and pages of accusations, prompted Netflix to launch an internal investigation that stretched over several months, involving interviews with cast, crew, and the principals themselves. Brown reportedly arrived on set for the finale's filming accompanied by a personal representative, a move interpreted by insiders as a safeguard amid unresolved tensions. Crucially, the complaint did not allege sexual impropriety, focusing instead on emotional and professional misconduct, such as belittling comments, exclusion from decisions, and a pattern of behavior that allegedly undermined her contributions. There were pages and pages of accusations, one insider revealed, painting a picture of a once collaborative environment soured by power imbalances exacerbated by Harbour's seniority and Brown's rapid ascent to producer-level influence. Netflix's handling of the matter has been characteristically opaque, with the streamer issuing no official statement on the probe's findings. A source close to the production suggested this silence is strategic. The fact they've not denied it speaks volumes. Stranger Things helped put Netflix on the map. Millions of fans around the world have been anticipating the finale. No one wants anything to take attention away from that. Indeed, the series, now a cultural juggernaut with billions in merchandising revenue and spin-offs in development, represents a cornerstone of Netflix's original programming empire. The final season, slated for a 2026 release, promises to be a theatrical event, with epic set pieces involving interdimensional rifts and nostalgic callbacks. Insiders insist that the investigation concluded without derailing production, but the undercurrent of discord has fueled debates about workplace culture in long-running shows, where initial camaraderie can erode under the weight of success. Complicating the personal fallout is Harbour's own life upheavals. During the investigation's pendency, his marriage to singer Lily Allen unraveled, with the couple, wed since 2020, reportedly separating amid the stress. Allen, known for her candid podcasts and no-nonsense persona, stood by Harbour through the ordeal, sources claim. Lily supported him throughout it all. It was a brutal time, one confidant shared, hinting at the toll on their blended family, which includes Allen's daughters from a previous marriage and Harbour's stepfather role. Harbour, who has spoken openly about his struggles with depression and sobriety, channeled much of his post-Stranger Things career into grounded roles, like the Thunder God in Marvel's Thunderbolts**, and the empathetic cop in The Cleaning Lady. Yet, the allegations have prompted a re-evaluation of his public image, from affable uncle figure to potentially problematic veteran. For Brown, the complaint marks a pivotal assertion of agency. From child prodigy to empowered producer, her journey has been one of calculated risks, turning down Lord of the Rings cameos to focus on Enola Holmes, launching a production company at 18, and using her platform for advocacy on mental health and sustainability. Fans have rallied around her, citing the industry's history of age gap dynamics turning toxic, while Harbour's defenders point to his consistent allyship, donating to her causes and praising her in interviews as recently as 2023. The truth, as ever in Hollywood, likely lies in the gray. A relationship strained by growth, where paternal protectiveness morphed into perceived overreach.